Yeah.
Okay, we're live. All right, hello. We'll be right with you.
What's up?
And I already have my YouTube up, so that makes it easy. Copy. Stop it. Oh. Try to post something somewhere. This thing kept popping up. Keep that right there, so that topic's right in front of me, so I know what we're talking about.
Sounds good. Make sure. Okay.
Turn you down. Where?
Cool. Let's do a few Insta shares.
Insta.
Cool.
I
I always want to send it to you. I don't know why I feel like I need to send you the link.
It's all good.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was saying, I got this, so it's I can view the stream while it's playing.
Oh, sweet.
I have all the topics there.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Right?
Yes.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the NerdKave podcast. I'm Miles.
I'm Max.
And we got some topics to talk about today. But our first topic we're gonna discuss is we got some music news. Like we're doing a music news segment here, and then we'll do like our top music stuff at the end. We got some music news. You want to kick it off?
Yes, we do. So Taylor Swift's Midnight's track. She was doing Midnight Mayhem, I think is what it was called. A series every other night or every two nights where she would reveal a track title. And last night, we don't really know if it's because the track list was leaked. I've heard it was and it wasn't. But regardless, she put out all of the track titles from the album. So there's some really cool sounding ones on here. And I think I've said this on here before, but I know this will be my favorite album from her just from the track titles and the art alone.
Yep.
So have you seen all of the additional ones?
I did catch her video, but I totally forgot since I watched it.
So we have Lavender Haze, Maroon, Anti-Hero, Snow on the Beach, You're on Your Own Kid, Midnight Rain, Question, Vigilante Shit, Bejeweled, Labyrinth, Karma, Sweet Nothing, and Mastermind. Wow. I love these song titles so much.
Those are yeah, I like that. And you can tell there's a mood there with every one of them. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what direction she definitely takes it. That's and she's finally done. So that means how long until?
I think like 13 days till the album
13 days till the album. So not too much longer.
21st.
Not too much longer. So from the announcement she did at the VMAs, was it VMAs? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then from like now, it wasn't even that much time. So I'm excited for it. And it's cool. It's cool seeing some of these like artists, like I said, change up a little bit. And like even with Paramore and what they're doing with their stuff now. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. I hope she puts out at least one single before, because now I'm really curious to see
what it's a gamble.
Like.
We'll
it seems a little edgy. Yeah. And I like edgy Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's something more like I have a feeling there's going to be at least one kind of rocky track. And I feel like Anti-Hero is going to be a rock song.
Anti-Hero sounds good. Vigilante shit.
Oh yeah, that one.
I don't know. And
if there's a punk song on the album, it's that one. Mm-hmm. Like it just has that vibe.
I like that. I think it's going to be something different, but at the same time, she'll keep it. I think it'll still keep it the same Swift where her heart's in it. So
Oh, definitely.
Definitely a passion project, I think, on her end. So I'm
Yes.
excited for that. I really am. What other music stuff do we have?
I got some Blink-182 news.
Okay.
So I need to go to Instagram to make sure I can get this all right. So about a week ago, there was someone, I can't remember his name, but he, in the early 2000s, had some big connections with the music industry, but particularly the rock industry.
Right.
And in 2008, he was the one who leaked the fact that Tom was returning to Blink, Blink was reuniting, and that they would announce it at the Grammys.
Okay.
And that ended up happening. He's been right about tons of other stuff. He puts out newsletters. He has so many connections and sources. It's like he's a legit guy.
Right.
So about a week ago, he puts out a thing saying that Blink is going to be playing Lollapalooza. Tom is going to rejoin.
Yay.
And that they have been working on new music for about a year. And I was like, this is really cool.
That's a big news.
But with the scoop, like the way the whole scooping thing has gotten, it's like anybody who's been right before can also be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So I was always skeptical. But today, Blink-182 Italia, who's like the go-to Blink-182 fan page, I talked to them, great people. They always have all the updates. So they posted, I'll show you here. The Blink-182 site is under construction. They hit all their posts, which is something artists are doing when they have an announcement.
Yep.
Mark Hoppus said, hope everyone is doing great. Sorry, been busy lately on his, not Reddit, what's it called? I can't think. Discord. And then they did a Lollapalooza thing. And if you pause it and zoom in, there's something that looks a lot like Blink-182 on the poster. So it's like everything the guy is saying seems to be adding up. And he said it would be a mid-October announcement.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I feel like there's a 75% chance.
Nah, it does sound like good odds. Yeah.
This also goes with Tom, like in an interview with Steve-O. Steve-O's like, hey, what are you working on? Are you doing anything? I was going to do a Steve-O impression, but I don't know.
Hey, what are you
Hey, what are you working on? Tom DeLonge.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. And I'll do my Tom DeLonge impression. Tom was like, oh, I'm recording guitars. Like he kind of caught himself, like he was going to say something else. It is like and then he just said guitars. And then he said, and a live album for Angels and Airwaves, which is something we kind of knew about, but the way he phrased it is definitely like there are guitars he's recording, and then there's something else. And there were also like studio pictures of him recording vocals, and like it very much seems like there is something happening. Like Mark Hoppus has been recording a lot of stuff, but he hasn't been posting anything. Matt Skiba's been on tour with Alkaline Trio, and he wouldn't have had any time to do anything with Blink. So the fact that, like, you know, Matt Skiba hasn't really had any time over the past year. Tom's recording mystery guitars. Mark's been writing a lot of music.
Mystery guitar.
It's like, it's like everything seems to be adding up. Now, what this guy from a week ago said with the whole Lollapalooza thing, like that all seems to be adding up. And Blink is definitely getting into it like a promotional cycle.
Definitely.
So I am pumped for two reasons. One, obviously, like Tom being back in Blink. It's like Blink will always be Blink, but Blink is like, I think truly Blink when Tom is in it.
Yep.
And that's not a knock against Matt Skiba. I love Matt Skiba and everything he did with Blink, and everything he does in general. But I think there's just like, you know, when a band has a sound, like that sound is largely because of like Tom's guitar style and the way that him and Mark, their vocals kind of go off each other.
Yeah.
So I would, you know, love new modern Blink with Tom, especially after the recent Angels and Airwaves album. It seems like his passion with music is really strong again. He's doing some great lyrics, and just has really cool ideas with everything. And then the other reason I'm excited is because I've been wanting more Alkaline Trio. Their last album was in 2018, and then they did a 3-song EP after that.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been working on one for about, I think, a year and a half, 2 years, but we haven't really gotten anything. And now that their tour is over, if Matt isn't in Blink anymore, then he can return to Alkaline Trio full time, and that would give us more Alkaline Trio music. So, like, I see no downside with this. Tom DeLonge returning to Blink 182 would be great for Blink.
Oh, yeah.
And Matt Skiba having full time Alkaline Trio would be incredible as well.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I see.
We got Billy and
I see. We have the dynamic duo of commenters back.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
You are been busy. The chit chatting in the chat.
Oh yeah, we'll let you guys get caught up with each other.
Yeah. But
yeah, what are your thoughts with the whole Blink?
I definitely think it's definitely a I definitely think it's a thing, just because when any sort of artist like puts their account on private or puts a lot of their images on private, they're going to be saying something, and for rumor's sake, like everything's kind of lining up to like, yes, Tom DeLonge will join Blink 182 again, and they'll do Lollapalooza. I mean, I think all the promotional material and just like kind of these hints and whispers and like Tom catching himself in the interview, I think it's all just aiming toward that point of like it's going to happen. Something that I think we've all kind of been wanting for a while. So yeah, it's because like ever since Tom left, it was like, oh, what is a Blink 182 cover band? That was the big joke of them. And I'm not saying they didn't make bad music or anything like that. It was just more of, I think it was just.
It's just a different sound.
It's a different sound. And then also like Tom, Tom, Mark, and Travis, those are the dynamic trio of that. So it's like,
yeah, definitely. It's just a different kind of dynamic too, with writing based on everything we've heard. Like with Tom, it was very much like they all kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and they're all in the room, or they like to all be in the room, or at least talking to each other to make sure everything's kind of gelling. And then when Matt joined, it was a lot of like, okay, Mark is going to be with John Feldman for a day, then the band's going to kind of come together for a day, then like Matt Skiba and John Feldman will spend 24 hours writing at like from midnight to midnight. And it's like, it's just not that that really necessarily affected the music, but it gives a different product. And because it's a different member, it's like you're going to get Matt Skiba. Matt Skiba's not going to try and copy Tom DeLonge.
No.
So
Different
I do
vocalists,
think my main point of concern is the production. I don't think I want to hear Tom DeLonge's voice mixed by John Feldman because of the way that he mixes Mark's voice and takes a lot of the character out of it. So that's my like main worry. But even if they stick with John Feldman, I think, having Tom back would be cool as hell.
I think it'll just definitely bring that like nostalgic kind of, oh man, you got those three boys doing it all over.
Yeah. If we get a post where Tom's doing his little, what is it, like the upside down rock thing that he does?
Yep.
I'll be like, I guess it's kind of almost Spider-Man. I don't know. But yeah, it's I'm so excited for that.
And Mr. Billy. I'm just checking the mic 1 second.
I got 2 months to make my elf track. Better be working on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been finding sounds. I got the sleigh bells figured out. Guitar, I'm having. Sorry, I guess not a whole lot. You don't need to apologize. Haven't really worked on anything with the guitar yet, but I kind of figured out that I want it to be kind of a punky track, not like 90s punk, but almost I don't know, kind of modern, but not trap rock, if that makes sense.
Hello, does Billy? Does the audio sound different now? That I switched the sound This thing.
Oh.
I switched the
Oh.
the pattern, so that way it captures. Because I learned a lot about patterns recently and microphones and how they work,
Mhm.
and how like if we're like talking like this, you want it to make sure it gets all of everything we're talking about. These mics are awesome because you can switch the patterns on.
Yeah.
Some mics you can't switch the patterns on.
I know the vocal mics.
It's you'll sometimes get people that talk into the mic backwards, like Lady Gaga. So yeah, I learned a lot about how microphones work in the last 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know. I get obsessed over like how things sound. Like I'll sit there and I'll record a video and I'll just hit the record button just to hear like how my voice sounds.
Mhm.
That sounds very like egotistical, but it's like,
well, no, it's like you need to make sure everything's in check.
yeah, and I'm just like sitting there, hello, finding like different how if it needs to go up or down with the voice or the bass or the treble, or it's a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
So
what is my head doing?
Right.
There we go.
Oh, keep doing what my mom texted me. Hold on. Yeah, keep talking about Blink.
Yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts on the Blink-182 situation of Tom possibly likely rejoining? If you have any opinions on Blink-182? Oh, the table thing is in the works. I think we showed you guys the banner. I'm probably going to pick up a table, just like a black desk kind of table.
Okay.
And then we have the room over yonder. And then I got some of those strip lights. I'm thinking about putting those up, getting some actual lighting. And then I have my Canon camera, which I need to get a battery for, and then it will be all good to go. So I think the quality should be going up very soon, which I'm pumped about because we're on episode 15. We're getting stuff done. We're making content. So the quality should be upgraded.
Yeah.
Your HD is coming.
Yes, don't worry about that. We need a different camera. I know what to do. I'll get some stuff for next week.
I'm trying to forget that. I'm not going to sing more because I don't want to get a copyright.
So next week we'll have a HD camera. I promise this. We'll have a HD camera, and we'll also have. What was the other thing I wanted to do? Oh, so I can get some more imports like USB things. I'm gonna get an extender for that. That way we have like 5.
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll work.
That will help.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. So because oh my gosh, if you saw my setup, I have like I don't know 7 different USB ports that I'm using. I have my mic, my camera, my this, that, that one thing. Like I have a keyboard because I am using a laptop and I use an external keyboard, and then it's a lot. Anyway,
I'm glad you understand these things.
I just I learned a lot.
Like I could learn, but that it's much easier having you just knowing these things already.
So I'm gonna get an extender, and then I'm gonna get a new camera. Something HD. I might get a Logitech or something. I don't know. Nice. Logitechs are nice. That's the one I use for my face cams and stuff.
I actually think my dad got one for work that he couldn't end up using because it wasn't compatible with something. Mm-hmm. I think I have one.
Do you have a USB-C on here? I can't tell.
That's a great question.
Because I use a USB-C for something else. I don't remember what, but yeah.
I'll find that camera and I'll send it to you, and you can tell me if it'll work to par.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have any more music news?
Those are both great bands. They're I mean, I've been listening to Zombified so much. And then Simple Plan, their album was really good. Oh, what's that song? I think it was the first single they put out from that. Let's see, Simple Plan.
Oh no, I'll never let go.
Ruin My Life with Derek Whibley of Sum 41. Really dig that song. Have you heard that one?
Yes. Yep.
I get stuck in my head a lot. I think so,
yeah, I did. That's the newer one they put out.
Yeah, they
That's on my playlist.
they got some good stuff. What's my Yogi T message? Your actions prove God, the string. Your actions prove your greatness.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah.
Our actions prove
Our greatness. Yes.
I don't.
Let's see. We can move into some game news, or well, some game stuff. Just like
Take it away.
Well, it's more of just like discussing games in general. I've kind of been on the OCD of playing just some fun games, and like I talked to you about this before we came down here. There's this game called Battlefield Hardline. It came out like back in 2015 or something like that. Really fun game. Played the whole game last night all the way through. It took maybe like 3 or 4 hours or so. But when I did that, it made me realize I could just like because I didn't even record it. That was the thing. Like I just sat there. I was like, I'm playing this game for fun. It's really like, but what if I recorded it? And so like, just like there's things I'm doing on my channel. It's like, do I want face cam? Do I not want face cam for certain games? Right now I'm doing my Halloween and scary stuff for this month. So it's just like, I'm kind of thinking of like games to play and like, yeah, and all that stuff. So last night I just had kind of a weird realization of just like games are fun when you like don't force yourself to play them, if that makes sense. Like I hate multiplayer games where it's like it's all toxic online, like Overwatch and stuff like that. I don't hate those games, but I don't prefer those games. I like single player versus environment, which is like player versus AI, and like stuff like that. And it's just like that's something that can like have a good story. If it has a good story, to me, it like sticks in. Like that's the same way with like music. I'm very like story based when it comes to things, and it's like it just made me realize like I like just picking up a game and playing it like it's the first time I played it.
Yeah.
Going back to the time where it's like I haven't played this game for a long time. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna sit and play this game and like have fun with it. And I did that, and it was fun. I had like there's certain stories where they fall apart. This one I didn't. Yeah, I played it twice, and it was good. Let's see. Ronnie Radke's girlfriend Paige returned to the rest. Yes, she's in AEW now.
I didn't know that.
She's in AEW now. She used to be in WWE, and I followed her for a long time. I knew Paige before I knew Falling in Reverse. Because when I used to watch wrestling back when I was a kid, around, I guess, when did Paige come? Like 2013, 14. And I kind of watched her grow as she progressed in her life, and I followed her on Instagram and stuff. And when she first dated Ronnie Radke, I was like, oh, Falling in Reverse guy. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, no, I've been a fan of Paige for or Sierra, her real name, for a long time, and she actually got injured, and it was due to her neck, and she couldn't wrestle for a long time, and I didn't even realize she'd be medically cleared, and then she left WWE. She had it was a good parting of ways, and then she went to AEW. And she's doing like some more. She's going back into wrestling again, which I'm proud of her for doing that, because like she's like I consider her like almost like a somebody I follow, but is like more of a sister. Where it's like I look at her, see what she's been through, some terrible stuff. She's had like sex tapes leaked and stuff, and I felt bad for her, because I was just like, man, like. When that shit happens, especially to like somebody I followed for a long time, like that sucks, because it's like that person didn't deserve that, and like, and like did that whole all the controversy that came along with it, and then she got out of that. She left that part of herself behind, and she was able to grow, and then she dated Ronnie Radke, and like she's doing her own thing now, which is like that's amazing.
Yeah, really cool seeing her Or, I mean, hearing you tell me about
yeah, no, she's a great like
moving past all that
her personality and like what I've learned about her. Like she has a story on. She had like a documentary on this thing called the WWE Network, and she was on this show called Total Divas, where you got to learn more about her life. You actually got to see, I think, Ronnie Radke in a couple episodes of that, and then she started dating him, and like both are like a power couple. One does the music side, and she does the wrestling side.
Oh yeah,
and it's really cool. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, right. Paige Ryan-Radke. I love that. That's the reason why I found Falling in Reverse was because like when Paige dated him, and I was like, I knew of Falling in Reverse prior, but I didn't listen to him all that much, so I got to discover more of them because of that. So, yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Any more game news?
No, not too much. Just basically, just I know there's going to be TwitchCon coming up, which there's a big Twitch event happening, and there's a lot of controversial stuff about
Coming back to Blink-182, they played that one year. I want to say like 5 years ago.
Was it good?
It was fine, but like, why them?
Linkin Park played BlitzCon for Blizzard.
Really?
Back in 2015, and it was amazing. And I was like, oh my god, they played like a convention. That's weird. Yeah. It's just like this because when you look at the stage, it's like they're in this convention center like setup, so it's like the ceilings aren't high. It's like I don't know, a little bit higher than like these ceilings, obviously.
Oh,
but it's like
pretty low.
But they're lower, and it's like it's a convention setup, so you feel like it's crammed inside of like a box, and it was cool, but it's weird to see. So that's what I feel about like concerts at conventions. It's like it's cool and all, but you feel like cramped.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not outside. It's not like at an actual venue. It's like at a convention center. So it's but yeah, no. Yeah. So I don't know if anyone's performing this too, but that's I didn't even realize Blink played that.
Yeah, I'll have to find the video. The crowd's dead because it's like, to me, if I was going to be the one finding the artist to play there, I would look for someone who's done like scores for games or like something that would relate to it.
Right.
But I don't think Blink has had any involvement with video games other than Mark Hoppus playing them. And
I mean, yeah.
Like he goes on Twitch every now and then, which might be the reason they had him there. But like, I feel like there had to have been a better fit. That just didn't happen. Right. But it is what it is, and it was interesting to watch and see.
Well, like I know it is a target of that demographic of like I listen to this kind of music while I game and stuff. And like, I don't know, having a band, I could see how it like it fits in a way. I mean, hell, they had Linkin Park twice at two video game events. It was the BlitzCon, and they also had them at the Video Game Awards back in 2012 or something. And I don't know, like there is a uniqueness when it comes to like bands and games and stuff. So it's like League of Legends, for example, and Lil Nas X is doing some League of Legends stuff for them, and like so music and games, they tie together a lot. And when it comes to like the emo scene, it's interesting to see those bands play at those shows, definitely, or like in that sort of environment.
Blackpink 182,
yeah.
Blink Pink 182. That would be, I don't even know. I mean, Blink's popularity would skyrocket.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if BTS and Blink, anybody who does anything with BTS, like they're set.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's it for games. Sorry.
That's it for games.
And we're going to move on to Marvel.
Good time for you to be back in the chat, Billy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, I mean, there's a few big things, but like V1, finally, okay. Do you care about, we've talked about Daredevil.
Yeah.
And okay. Finally, he was in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Finally. They had that 2 episodes space after teasing of at the end of
I had a feeling.
episode 5 or 6, or I think it was 6.
I had a feeling.
Finally, he's in there. And again, I haven't seen all of the Daredevil show yet, but it seems like they're staying very true to how he is in the show. They're making slight, I wouldn't say necessarily references to the show, but they're definitely not changing stuff up. So it seems like it is the same version, which will shut people up about, saying it's a variant or whatever. And even the suit, I was hesitant about just the look of the suit initially when they revealed it, and I still prefer the red, but it looks a hell of a lot better than it did in those promo photos and stuff that we saw.
Okay.
Seeing it in action is a lot better than just kind of the still images. And yeah, it seems like they stayed true to the character.
They played the damn Netflix theme song.
They did play the Netflix theme song, which I've been watching some reactions to it. The second that happens, everybody's like, oh, do you hear the music?
Yeah, the music.
It works. And he seems to be actually a part of the story, because that's something I was a little worried about, is it seems like every now and then Marvel will kind of have a character come in and it'll seem like the character's just kind of there to they're just kind of putting them there. Whereas with this, it made sense for Matt Murdock and Daredevil to be a part of the story. So they did it really well, and because you haven't seen it yet, right?
No.
I think this is definitely my favorite episode.
Okay.
It really seems like they nailed dynamics of characters and just everything having to do with him being in there. And I think they kind of set up what I guess could be the continuation of his character in Daredevil Born Again. So it seems like they're doing everything right with him, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do next.
Oh, yeah.
So
yes, that's interesting. I had a feel. I knew after you told me that these hints here and there, they better bring them. They better not blue ball us. I'm like, nah. I had a feeling eventually it would have sucked if it wasn't the last episode, was it?
No, I think next week is the last episode.
Yeah, I mean, at least he wasn't in the last episode. Otherwise, It's just wow,
That's what I was thinking was going to happen. I was like, man, you have 2 episodes
what are you going to do?
I was literally getting to the point of thinking that we were going to get a cameo and then it'd be Daredevil will return. You know how they have it at return, and they might still have it at the end just because he will return. But
Daredevil will return it at Game 2.
Oh God, that Game 2. Yeah, so there's that side of the Marvel news. Do you have any further thoughts to add with that one?
No, but I do think it's interesting how you kind of said how they brought him in and stuff, and that whole thing. I think Daredevil's an amazing character in the Marvel universe. Sort of, yeah. His character is really good. It's just I'm surprised that they waited until the last 2 episodes, obviously. Mm-hmm. But it is, the show is called She-Hulk. Obviously, you want to have that to be the point of the show. Otherwise, we'll have a Boba Fett moment where it's you put 2 episodes of The Mandalorian in there. It's no, you don't want to do that.
Mandalorian season 2.5.
Yeah. So it's no, you don't have to do that. But now it's required to watch the Book of Boba Fett before Mandalorian season 3, because it's you got to watch it for those 2 episodes.
Get those views to the show. Okay, is Werewolf by Night out, or did you get an early access thing to it? I thought it was
pirated it. Okay.
Oh, it's out? Oh, I'm going to watch it then. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Or tonight. Well, tonight I'm going to be watching Stranger Things, so tomorrow I will definitely watch it. I'm glad to hear it's good, though. The trailer got me so excited. Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That kind of old-timey horror thing. Mm-hmm. I
thought that was unique.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what Marvel has done with that. So definitely I will be checking that out. Oh, it came out. Okay. So I'm not too far behind.
No. But how many
so-
episodes came? I wonder how many episodes came.
Well, it's like a shorter kind of feature thing, right?
Oh, it's a feature. Oh, okay.
I think. I wish I was more up to date on it.
Mhm. It's just a one-off.
One-off
special.
special,
Oh, it's
yeah.
a special. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay.
Oh, that's not bad still.
Okay,
I'll
check it out.
Yeah, they're getting their spooky on.
The
at
spooky.
Marvel.
That's good.
But yeah, for the other part of the Marvel news, we have some Sony Spider-Man related stuff.
Yes.
So, actually, let me see if I can find the. I'm not going to show the leaked photo.
The leak.
There is a leaked photo, and we don't know exactly. It's not confirmed which Spider-Man it is. It's not one of the three, but they're doing the Madam Web movie at Sony. So she kind of is like this character. Are you familiar with her at all?
Yes, yeah.
So like her connections to the multiverse and stuff like that. So we have, I'll show you. I won't show it on the screen.
On screen.
So we have a Spider-Man.
That's A.
And that's delay. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Yeah. So there's a Spider-Man there. I don't know exactly
which Spider-Man?
What the deal is, or like how many there's going to be in this movie, but it's definitely a Spider-Man. And then we have, let me see if I can find it. Hat. Maybe. There was a photo. I forget who's playing Madam Web, but they were wearing hats with the Madam Web logo, and it looked like the same font and color scheme as the Spider-Man home trilogy stuff.
Like, okay.
So it looks to me like they're going to at least connect it a little bit, or it'll be heavily involving that kind of universe or something, because it looked like they're trying to make it a direct connection with the way the logo is. So that is exciting. Sony needs to control their leaks. Like the fact that these leaked photos are coming out and it's just like
unless they're doing it on purpose. Because people leak things on purpose sometimes.
That is true.
So.
I hope. I hope.
It's like it's a leak. It's tweeted by the company. I'm kidding.
I wouldn't put it past them, honestly. To be
Marvel tweeted a leak.
And yeah, Marvel could tweet the leak, or like MCU Direct or something, one of those like kind of fan pages or like whatever. And then Sony could retweet it.
Because one thing you can do if TMZ like reports anything, thing about TMZ I learned a lot about recently is you can just have them show up. They just like have somebody from TMZ come take a picture or take a video of you or whatever it is, and then that can be posted up on TMZ's website.
Yeah, like Amber Heard.
Yep. So it's just like then that's why
nobody was alerted aside from TMZ.
Yep. And hence that's why it's like a big thing now. It's like you can just pay people to pay them to go and like be like, oh, what? And so yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The No Way Home leaks, the whole John Campea thing. All of it was so. It has to be. Yeah, you know what? That makes me. You're 100% right, Miles. Sony is the one that leaked this stuff without a doubt. I think it's because like there are so many people who are like, okay, we're getting a Madam Web movie, but like her kind of purpose is to have that kind of interconnection with the multiverse. So it's like, are you going to have Spider-Man in there, or is this going to be a Venom situation where it's like you have Venom but no Spider-Man? So I think a lot of people were worried, and they're now probably putting that out to be like, listen, we understand what people want now. So hopefully that's the case. And, maybe we could get Andrew, Toby, and Tom back in this one, or at least one of them. Who knows? I think it would be really cool to see an updated version of their universes. So that would be a cool way to do it with the whole Madam Web thing.
What's that?
Wait.
From She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah. John Campea, that man.
John Campea.
The whole leaks recently have really been getting out of control. And obviously, like the ones that are put out, but like DC leaks, their stuff's going crazy.
It's like you can like with Rockstar. Did you hear about Rockstar when GTA 6 was leaked? That's a big story where GTA 6 there's some like I forget how much crap was leaked. It was like videos, source code, all the shit was leaked.
Oh, wow.
And that was a big deal because that was not a intentional leak. And Rockstar, they came out and said, we are very disappointed in this. This shouldn't have happened. And everyone's like bashing, it doesn't look good. It's still in development.
Yeah.
And some people are like, don't bash the game. It's still in development. People like, it's not even finished yet. But yeah, GTA. The GTA 6 leak, yeah. Where it was so bad, over an hour of footage. It was over an hour of footage. It was crazy.
So how does that happen? Was it like
it was somebody
a screen recording or someone?
No, somebody got into their system, and like while these files are being transferred to, because they figured out where Rockstar like transfers stuff between employees and all that for like making the game. And then there was a hacker that hacked the system, kind of got a hold of those files mid-transit or whatever, and then like took it and he got it, and then he leaked it all. And he got arrested or something.
Good.
But yeah, it was bad. Like that's like the worst case scenario for a company.
Yeah.
But when you see like these other leaks, it's like you have to take it with a grain of salt. You have to take it with like who's leaking it, and then why are they being leaked? Is it for publicity, or if this is a real thing? It's like I've learned a lot about if intentional and intentional leaks recently, and it's like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
When it's like a picture, like for what you showed up for Spider-Man, if it's like a picture of that, like just on set, that's just so weird to me how someone I'll just take my phone out, take a picture. Then like something of when it's an actual, like you could tell what's real, what's not. And like so sometimes it's publicity to just get it out there, be like, oh, they're making something, and there's like some like people are talking about it because this leak came out, and it's like, oh, is it good publicity or bad? Any publicity is good publicity. Yeah. And it's like you just get the word going. Yeah. Use the same thing. But yeah, that's that. Do you have any more Marvel stuff?
Nothing as far as Marvel goes.
Okay.
Or nothing more, I guess I should say.
Then we move on to the Ezra Miller. You said he had some news on our boy.
Yes. So the past 2 weeks we had a little trickle of things coming in.
Yep.
But now we have confirmation that he is back on set doing reshoots.
No.
Now, this begs the question. 1, is Warner Brothers so confident in the fact that he is not going to continue to be anything about himself ever again? Ezra.
Ezra.
That they're committing to this, or the second option, they are redoing what I imagine would be some variation of the ending to write him out and bring in, some other actor, bring in Grant from the Flash TV show as the new Flash in the DCEU. I mean, the logical thing would be to say number 2. That's what they're doing. But this is Warner Brothers we're talking about. And I don't want to or maybe more so DC, I guess.
I guess he still has a
whoever's been making, so. Yeah. And I assume they would, they'd have to buy him out and stuff. But whoever in the recent past has been making the questionable decisions at Warner Brothers or DC, I'm sure that person has their hands in this, which worries me a little bit. But it also makes it a hell of a lot more entertaining.
I guess, yeah.
Because it's like, what? This saga is never going to end.
No.
It's going to be like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to be like what are we, 12, 15 years into that now? I can't remember when the 10-year anniversary thing happened. We're just going to keep getting like the Ezra Miller.
I just want to look on
universe.
Twitter about this. Hold on a second. Keep talking.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy to me because it's like there's just a new update with him every single week. And it's like, what?
IGN, that's enough for me to be like, yep, that's a real thing.
Yep. What's their post say?
They say Ezra Miller has reportedly returned for the Flash reshoots following an apology for their recent behavior.
Yeah.
It looks though it went so well, Miller has already been back on set.
Yeah.
That's wild.
What do we even I don't
It ain't April Fool's.
April Fool's came early this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just Ezra Miller. I don't know what to. Oh, the new Charlie Puth album's out.
Oh yeah, I do know about that.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Ezra Miller. There's something that just.
He's doing reshoots. So it sounds like they're going to go ahead and release this thing if he's doing reshoots.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's actually a great point because there were questions
because why would they reshoot if they're not releasing it?
Yeah. So I really want to know what, because like, so assuming they do the option that would make the most sense, which is write him out at the end of the movie. Because I couldn't see them like redoing the whole movie. That'd be way too much work, getting all the actors back, set pieces.
Like, hey, I'm sorry for what I did.
Basically. So it's like, it would have to be something like the ending of the movie that they do reshoots for.
Hmm.
But I think I mentioned this last week or the week before. It's like, if you do that, which again, I still think is the smart way to go, you're going to give people a movie about a character, an actor, and then end the movie with them not being the character and actor anymore. Like, there's no way for this to go well.
Mm-mm.
There's just bad to like terrible.
Bad to terrible.
That's the scale.
You can either go
or like okay to
maybe
terrible,
or whatever.
Because it's like how do you give people a movie and promote it? Because the other thing is, it's like with all the leaks that have been happening with the Warner Brothers and DC stuff, it's like we know we're going to probably find out what these reshoots are about before the movie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming it is something where he is being written out and we find that out, like that's the case, you're going to give us a movie about a character that is going to be completely different by the end of the movie.
Yep. Interesting.
I'm
just curious. Like I said, I'm curious how this thing's going to turn out and how they're going to promote it.
Yeah, are they going to do a press tour with Ezra?
I don't know.
The promotion thing I hadn't given any thought to, but you saying that just has my mind going
just interested now.
Because you probably can't do any
Ezra Miller doing a signing.
Ezra, like, how do you do this?
I don't know.
Bring out Ben Affleck.
Don't, Ezra, I'm your biggest fan. We talk about you all the time on the podcast. Could you sign this?
Only if he gets to choke you first.
So,
what would be in your mind like the best way that they could go about this with this news?
I would say they'll reshoot the movie, but then they'll probably give a release date, and then that's probably all you'll hear about it. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt that's probably what they'll do.
Absolutely no press.
Just about they probably won't go on any press tours, or they'll just be like, hey, they'll probably have a tweet or something saying, hey, movie's coming out, this is the date, or maybe they'll do a trailer. But that's probably all you'll see, really.
You know what Warner Brothers should do to really to get people going?
What?
You have a joint press tour for Aquaman and The Flash. and the two people you have on the tour are Amber Heard and Ezra Miller.
Oh no. Oh no.
Can you imagine? I feel like nothing is out of the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm. What do you say? Good time
shows.
Yeah.
I need to take a picture of this comment so I never forget it. Oh,
yeah.
Don't give them ideas. They could still be. They could still be doing reshoots.
Mm-hmm.
The reshoot.
Be like, we'll reshoot the reshoot. We'll get Amber Heard back in here.
That would.
No.
I guarantee you just figured it out, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
That will be the end of the Flash movie.
Mm-hmm.
We'll think she has like her little, 10 minutes. Because I think that's what was it Walter Hamada in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? I think that was him when he said that Amber's role was like greatly reduced, but that was, because of the movie or whatever. Yeah, we'll finally think that she's like diminishing in the DCEU, and then it'll be revealed that she's the new Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I would not doubt it at
Put
all.
it past. Oh, Ezra.
I'm gonna go cry just thinking about that.
Oh, Ezra. His journey never ends.
Nope.
We'll go on a wild adventure someday.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it for Ezra?
That is it for
That
Ezra.
is it for Ezra?
For now. Until next week.
Okay, until next week. Halloween. It's spooky season.
It is spooky season.
So I just wanted to do just like what's some of your favorite Halloween stuff? Well, what do you love about Halloween? What's like for me? It's my favorite holiday, but I'll let you have your.
So Halloween's my second favorite holiday. Christmas is my first.
Okay.
But Halloween, I love Halloween because of I'll say two things: the creativity behind it, and then three: creativity, vibes, and the idea of like kind of being someone else if you dress up or do costumes.
Yep.
The whole creativity aspect, like I was always someone who's making my own costumes for a party we're doing. Like I'm building a Demogorgon from Stranger Things. I'm like we have a bunch of stuff we're working on, and it's just so fun to do these creepy based like scary things that no other time of the year you could do it any time of the year obviously, but like it really fits the Halloween vibe because it's a Halloween kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like the vibe of Halloween. I love dark things. Like I've talked about it on here before, like Sweeney Todd. I listen to that soundtrack for my enjoyment no matter what time of the year it is. Yep. So like that I just love things that are kind of dark and twisted. Love creepy clowns, Joker, Pennywise. It all just kind of fits the interest that I have. Mm-hmm. And then with the whole costumes and being someone else thing, like that was always my favorite thing as a kid, was figuring out what I was going to be, because not just as a kid, like I dressed up for theater cast parties and all that too. But like the idea that you can, it's kind of like acting. It's like you put yourself into that character, at least visually. Yeah. And I just have so much fun with that. Like I think I finally figured out what my costume is going to be. So I'm excited to start building that. And yeah, it's a great time of the year. Yeah. And so it's your favorite holiday.
It's my favorite holiday for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of points that you reference. I just want to get Billy's comments in here. He said, therefore he's so bad person. He's a bad person and creep. The hell, people are so ignorant. Yeah. I watched Hocus Pocus 2. It was okay, not bad, not great. Okay. Nothing tops the original Hocus Pocus.
So adding to the list of movies I've never seen.
Hocus Pocus.
We have Hocus Pocus.
I watched the original Hocus Pocus.
So I am going to, that's on my list of Halloween movies, because as much as I love Halloween and creepy things, I am so far behind. Like I haven't seen the original Scream or Halloween, so I'm getting all of it in October. I'm doing all of the classics. I'm doing a Harry Potter marathon. I'm watching Stranger Things for the first time on season 3. It's so that I will. I'll have to do like a ranking. That's what we should do for
Like a
whatever
ranking.
episode's closest to Halloween.
Yeah.
Like a ranking, like top 10
movies.
Halloween or horror movies or whatever.
I got my few that I've watched, but yeah, we can do that next week. Kind of get a list of like things like spooky movies and stuff.
Yes. Back to your Halloween.
Oh yeah, I was saying like the reason why Halloween's my favorite holiday is the vibe,
Mhm.
and it's also like I think it's the time of the year where the people are most creative. I would say like when it comes to like costumes and like it's a time where it's like you got a Halloween party. Okay, what do I want to go as? What are some like DIY stuff? I love DIY costumes. I love when people can just like make a costume out of just like, okay, I have a vision, but I want to make my own vision of it and like go buy each individual piece separately
Mhm.
or like create something like with scissors or like have cloth and they make their own costumes with it. I think it's just a time of the year that's just great. And then the spookiness of it, I watch a lot of like horror movies. I watch a lot of like people play horror games. I just like the just aesthetic.
Yeah.
And like the fall is my favorite season. And just like you go outside, you see like pumpkins and leaves falling down and like the browns, the oranges and all that, the yellows, all the colors of autumn and like of fall come in. And it's like, it's not too hot. It's not too cold. We're in this like weird, spooky, like, and we have some of like the best sunsets in fall, I think.
Yeah.
It's like
100%. 100%.
And it's, I don't know, overall, it just gives me like, I can just, like the spooky stuff. I'll just say run off one of my favorite scary like movie films is the Jason movies and like the old slashers, Jason, Halloween, Scream, all that stuff. I watched all that growing up and like I just like really old slasher movies and like I just like it. It's cool. Let's see. The previous comment before Hocus Pocus should have had a longer comment before it did not appear. Oh, okay. Well,
interesting.
Sorry. Didn't see it. I guess it just never went through.
Interesting. Come on, YouTube. What are you doing?
But yeah, Halloween in general, like I just like candy, obviously, and just I like that companies also do themes, so they'll give like, McDonald's is bringing their like Halloween buckets. I don't know. I just like the vibe.
Wait, what? Okay, Halloween buckets?
They're like Halloween, like what are they? Kids meals or whatever they are. They have like special like buckets for them that people were begging them to bring out. It was on their Twitter or something. Yeah,
I'm so curious about this.
But like the theme of just like I don't know.
Halloween bucket.
Yeah. McDonald's Halloween bucket. Yep, those are them. Yep. There's just like different companies do different themes, and they just like I don't know. I just like it's not even technically a holiday, but it's like people treat it as so.
Yeah,
and it's I don't know. I just like it a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's just like it gets into that like spooky feeling before like November, December rolls along before the holidays. It's like the last holiday before Thanksgiving and Christmas, where it's just like has this feeling unlike the other holidays in the year. Christmas, Thanksgiving. I think I'd tie them both together as my like second favorite. Thanksgiving because of the food, and then Christmas because of family and like presents and shit. But Halloween, I don't know, just hits different than any other one to me. So.
Side tangent, and we'll talk about this more around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Favorite Thanksgiving food?
Man, my grandpa were very. Is it Finnish? I don't know. We have a lot of like white people food is what do you call it? So like turkey. Turkey's not a white person food, but like turkey. What is it? Canned yams.
It's like the stereotypical potatoes, kind of Thanksgiving.
Swedish stuff. like the Swedish American like. Thanksgiving. Very, yeah.
Are you a stuffing man?
I'm a stuffing man. I like stuffing.
That's
I
where it's
like
at. Stuffing is my top. I
love stuffing. I love we
Oh,
do deviled eggs. There's a lot of food we go through on Thanksgiving. Like it's a lot of food.
you know what we should do?
What?
We should have a Thanksgiving episode where we have Thanksgiving food.
Just start eating mashed potatoes. Yeah, dude. We'll have to make some. Yeah, we could probably closer to Thanksgiving. We could probably have like a Thanksgiving themed thing, and we can have some when we move into the actual area, we can have some events and stuff for that.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
It would be fun to do kind of more because we've talked about kind of moving, not beyond podcasts, but like doing stuff.
Some more content.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
We could do Thanksgiving thing. We could maybe do like a Black Friday thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, we got some.
We do some.
This would be fun.
Oh man, there are some great ideas we could do other than like this format. Because taking a camera and just recording shit together, that would just be part of this channel and make it something unique. So
that'd be sweet.
Doing different projects and different things that could be our together collaboration is just doing things together, and then on our separate stuff do our own thing.
Yes,
that'd be cool.
Which, by the way, Billy, I think the first entertainment outlet video in a while will be up tomorrow, assuming my editing program doesn't crash. It should be tomorrow, or at least very soon if there is some sort of issue, because my computer's been having some problems. I saw a tweet in the show community today and it broke my heart.
Oh, it was the comic pew. Oh, the P word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I know they're very strict about that stuff on
certain things they'll flag it. It won't go through.
Yeah, the whole thing. It's like with the Marilyn Manson stuff. It's like you can't blame people for being around someone until the stuff the thing. What am I trying to say? Because the person knows or knew the person before allegations came out, or I am not super in on what's going on with the Marilyn Manson stuff. So I feel like I can't speak on the current status of it, but the fact that people are getting attacked, and not just with this, but with other stuff, it's because they know a person. It's even with Amber Heard, it's people that were attacked for knowing her before this stuff happened. It's
those people, you can't, it's one of those things. It's oh, I knew you, but you're a shitty person now, so I can't know you anymore, right? It's just because you knew that person or liked that person doesn't mean they deserve that hate. It's exactly. It's R. Kelly, for example, where his whole thing that happened. I know more about R. Kelly and his case about the underage and all that stuff. And it was that was a big thing, and he finally got prosecuted for it. But with him, where it's oh, they made such great music, but I feel I can't listen to it now because it's tied to that person. But it's that's a choice you're gonna have to make. And it's you shouldn't be. I think everybody is entitled to their own views on things. People could say you could appreciate the art but not the person. The art, you could appreciate the art but not the artist.
Yeah.
It's splitting that up. What was that actually?
Yeah, that's the whole thing with me too. It's with the Johnny Depp stuff, because that was going on for so. Actually, finish your thought first. I was
just pretty much saying when it comes to the art and the artists, they can be separated and stuff. Nobody should be bashed for what they like unless it's something morally wrong. But yeah. Anyway, go ahead about Johnny Depp.
So with the Johnny Depp stuff, because channels like That Umbrella Guy and Popcorn Planet and others were covering it for so long before it really became the trial that we all were obsessed with. It's there was so much that was out there already that you could kind of piece together what your opinion was going to be on it. And with the Marilyn Manson stuff, it's like the allegations happened, and then there wasn't really anything following that. So if you know the stuff goes to trial or whatever ends up happening with it, I'm curious to see what happens. And
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to really have an opinion on it. But yeah, maybe it's something we'll be covering on here someday if something happens.
Yeah.
But
like I knew the big thing about Marilyn Manson was like I wasn't aware. Like I heard murmurs about what was kind of going on and stuff. Marilyn Manson is one of my friend's favorite artists, and like it puts him in a bad light, and it's like for his if it, you know his own. I don't think he was. I don't know if he was prosecuted for that yet, and he hasn't been prosecuted for it. So you're innocent until proven guilty. Because sometimes some of these allegations, until they're proven otherwise, unless you're a really shitty person, either you're guilty of it or not guilty of it. So it's I always I don't try to judge it too much until I have something that's actually real, and like if it's a real, because it's like it puts them in a bad way, and it's like they don't sometimes it ruins their reputation, it can ruin their life and all that stuff. You have a million people telling you that you're a shitty person, even though we don't know if that person is actually guilty or not of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Yep, that is the phrase to use for stuff like this for sure. What was the topic? Was it Halloween?
It was Halloween.
That's
yeah.
I was
well,
like,
we finished our well, pretty much we ended that and we got into whatever. So
that's right, the Black Friday.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to do some more stuff on this channel. I agree. Music. Yes. So we've reached our last topic of the night. We're just going to talk about our music that we've been listening to. Obviously all the time. So want to start
it? Sure. So music, so I've been very much in this phase for the past couple of months where I have like the artists that I'm listening to. And so those artists, same as like every episode we've done for the past 2 months, we got Alkaline Trio. Specifically, the album Is This Thing Cursed? I think I mentioned that almost every podcast now, but I can't stop listening to that album. And especially now that it's like spooky season, I kind of see Alkaline Trio as like Halloween rock. Like they have a certain vibe to them that just, it fits like the whole autumn and kind of spooky stuff and all that. So that album just fits perfectly. Paramore, This Is Why, still listening to that song a lot. Super excited for the new direction. I've been watching clips of them at shows, and it seems like everything is going pretty well. They had some incident with a guy there, but he was like arrested.
Which show?
It was, I think, their first or second show back.
Paramore?
Yeah.
What happened? Well, there was an incident?
So there was some guy who was doing things that he shouldn't to people there.
Okay.
And they, from what I understand, he was taken into custody or whatever. So that was good. But yeah, other than that, it seems like their start of touring again is going well, and that song is doing well. So I am glad with that. I've been listening to, what is it? The instrumental Halloween mix playlist on Spotify. It's just this like 2-hour long instrumental Halloween.
Is it like the Halloween movie theme, or is it like
so I think that's on there somewhere. It has so like the first couple on there. Oh, it changed, or maybe I shuffled it earlier. But it had like the Stranger Things theme, Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. It has the Loki theme.
Oh, I see.
It has a bunch of like Danny Elfman stuff. It has the Halloween theme on there.
Billy said, but Minnesota's kind of the Halloween icon. That's true. We do celebrate Halloween pretty religiously up here.
Is that a thing? Like Minnesota being known for Halloween?
It's like a Halloween.
I know Anoka.
Yeah,
Like that's their
Anoka.
whole-
It's like a Halloween. It's a Halloween capital. Because like it's like I think we celebrate a lot more here because of the colors of like the fall and all that stuff. It's very like aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Anyway, music.
That's a
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't think about that.
And then he also said the beanie you're wearing is surprisingly not Green Day.
I know.
Green in it.
Yeah, there. See, yeah, the green on it. I woke up today and it was kind of chilly in the house, and I wanted to go for a walk outside, and it was 40 degrees.
It is cold today. It's
So
a little chilly.
It is very chilly. But in a good way still. And so I threw. I had like a flannel shirt on earlier, and I was like, I'm just gonna stick with it. Maybe this is. It'll be beanies, and then as soon as Halloween ends, not the new movie coming out, but
it'll be the
holiday. It'll be the elf beanie and the Santa hat.
Yeah.
Every single episode. So yeah, it's times are changing. I'm a changed man. Yeah, I think that's all I have for music. Let me double check and see.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Amy Shark put out a new song called "Only Want to Be with You." I have been an Amy Shark fan for a while. She does kind of like a chill pop rock indie alternative vibe. And this new song, as with a lot of music coming out right now, is slightly 80s inspired, but I think she always kind of had that airiness to her music, so it doesn't feel like something where it's like, oh, she's trend hopping. It fits, and the evolution of her sounds kind of moved to that anyway. So that's a great song. Highly recommend it. It's a little more like pop rock, but still has a lot of that like open reverb. The new Lolo song, or she put out an EP, but her song Boo Hoo, really great 6/8 track. And then Clowncore. Billy, I don't think you were in, or you were watching the podcast when I talked about this initially. Clowncore, just look them up and listen to the song Flat Earth. That's all. I don't want to give anything else away. One of my new favorite artists, Clowncore. It's so good. And it's very fitting for this time of year. Yep. That's all I have for music. I'll let you take over.
So I've been listening to a little bit of Huddy, All the Things I Hate About You. Have I mentioned this song to you before?
Yes, formerly
really good song.
Lil Huddy.
Little Huddy, but now it's Huddy. And I've been kind of doing a deep dive into his stuff. I like his style. His style is really cool.
21st Century Vampire.
Yeah.
That is a good song.
What else? This is newly released. I haven't listened to it yet. All Time Low released a new song called Sleepwalking. I have to listen to it after this.
When did that happen?
I don't know. I just popped up on my Spotify as soon as I opened it.
Is it a cover or is
I
it
don't
a?
know. I'll play a little bit of it. Hold on.
I was gonna do the same thing.
Oh, it's cool.
Ooh.
Oh, it's fire. It's good. It's a banger. Okay, I'll listen to it.
We gotta listen to it on the speaker after this. Definitely. The vibe has me excited too. Yep. The artwork. I'm always a sucker for artwork. And
that's cool.
Where is it? Yeah. I love colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'll put it on my playlist.
The elephants in the room. I addressed it. Did it not? Did it cut out or something?
What?
The beanie. Well, the Billy saying it needs to be addressed.
We already talked about
it. Yeah. So I'll say it again in case something cut out or went weird or whatever. I went on a walk this morning and it was 40 degrees. So I.
Not that.
Wait, what? Wait, which
Flat
one?
Earth to be will do the. Oh, it didn't send me. Oh. Never mind. He heard it. What else I had to go back on my place.
Wait, so we did answer?
We already talked about it. It's just the message didn't send through again. It was being stupid.
Okay, cool. Cool. I want to make sure we don't miss any of your
comments out there.
Comments
I went back and listened to
I got
the.
chills.
I went back and listened to the Avril Lavigne album. I really dig her most recent album. I went back and did like a second listen to see if like I missed anything or whatever, and I really enjoyed it. Demi Lovato, I listened to that whole her new album recently. Twitter.
Let's see if Twitter works.
Especially Flames with Mod Sun featuring Avril Lavigne. Love that song.
What's the last song on her new album?
On her new album?
That's my favorite one, and I can't remember the name of it. Not Love Sucks. It's
Oh, I got it here. Hold on.
I see you're typing on Twitter, Billy. So hopefully it'll go through on there.
It is called Break of a
Heartache. Yeah. Love that song.
That's a good song.
Okay, so Billy's message.
I love FU. That's a good song.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Oh, so he's I wonder if it's because of the name that it didn't go through. But yeah, I would agree that he's definitely a Halloween icon.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I because the message didn't go through, I'm not going to touch on it a whole lot more because I don't want anything to happen on this end, but I will definitely discuss it with you in the Twitter DMs if we want to for any reason.
For any reason whatsoever.
Yes, continue with your music again.
Oh, you're good. No, don't worry. Go into my emo playlist now. Go all the way down. Okay. Was there another song? Black Bear released a new song recently.
Saw that. I haven't listened to it.
I listened to it. It's good. It's called something. Hold on. Where's my playlist?
I'm glad it has a title. Or would you be allowed to not have a title? No, you probably have to have a title in the system.
No. From Little Spirit featuring Black Bear.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then I've also been listening to that Ocean Eyes one with Black Bear.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to some more stuff, like I said, Little Huddy, Avril Lavigne, listen to the new Demi Lovato album. I'm just kind of like going in and catching up on albums like I'm giving a second listen to. Yeah. So yeah. So I recommend those.
It's a good thing to do. I haven't listened to the full Avril album in a while, so I need to do that.
Mm-hmm. I just like the it's very much like that Travis Barker inspired, but I enjoyed there's songs in there like I truly enjoy for certain reasons. So yeah.
I know. I'm trying to remember the Break of a Heartache. FU
is a great song.
The one I get Boys Lie stuck in my head all the time. It's so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
Censorship. Yep. That's the YouTube.
Bite Me is a great song. Avalanche is a great song.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of bangers on there.
What's the one with Mark Hoppus? I like that one a lot too. All I Wanted.
Yeah.
That little melody, the
Deja Vu. Yeah.
All those are good. The whole album, honestly, it flows really well.
It does. Other than that, that's all the music I had. So with that, we come to the conclusion of our episode today. We'll, like I said, we'll have a little bit of a change next week. Like I said, I'll get a new camera for us, and then whatever else we need to do, and then eventually we'll get the table, we'll get the poster all set up, and we'll have a new look on things. Raise a glass.
Used to never growing up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good song. Mm-hmm. That's one of my top 5 Avril songs for sure.
That's a good song.
I like that chorus hits,
and then
I'm not gonna sing it. I get so worried with music on here.
Copyright.
God. Well, yeah, because there was the whole thing, and I wouldn't think just singing it would do anything, but for I think it was a update on Mission Impossible or something. The Real Rejects had a video where they were talking about an update, and they were humming the theme song at the beginning of their video, and their video got taken down. So it's I am petrified.
Mhm.
I am petrified
Yeah,
about
we're-
what could happen.
We might be a little small. I don't know.
Like, I don't think that would stop them if
No,
the
probably
thing
wouldn't.
recognizes to be like, oh, that's our video now.
Mhm. Simple Plan have been.
Yeah, and Simple Plan, I think, is one of the few pop punk artists who's really like staying true to their sound,
Yep.
but evolving the production. Because like a lot of artists have kind of like abandoned their, and not that they have to have the same sound, but you can kind of tell that they're trend hopping a little bit. But Simple Plan, they have stayed true to their sound while adopting the modern production. Excuse me. So I think that's really cool that they can, really stay true to what Simple Plan is, but elevate it for the 2020 audience.
Oh, the
Or
other song.
2020's audience.
So the other song I was thinking of is "My Happy Ending" by Avril Lavigne.
Oh yeah,
That's a good song.
yeah.
That's
Totally.
probably one of my all-time favorite songs by her. Is
So
My Happy Ending.
she has bangers.
Mhm.
She has straight bangers.
She does. When I did. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, everybody that's watched. And we'll see you next week for another episode. This was a little bit longer than last week.
It was.
So we'll be doing a mix of whatever. And then, like I said, more content to come. So we appreciate all of you very much. This has been Miles.
This is Max.
And this has been the Nerd Cave Podcast. You have a good night.
See ya.